Welcome to qnawire.
An export subsidy increases the price of steel exports received by producers by the amount of the subsidy, as shown in this figure. We have PW as the world price before the subsidy is installed. At that price, at PW, domestic consumers buy quantity Q1D. Producers supply Q1S. And the country exports the quantity Q1S minus Q1D. With the subsidy put in place, suppliers get a total price per unit of PW plus S because they receive the world price for their exports PW and the government pays them the subsidy of S. However, domestic consumers can still buy steel at the world price PW by importing it. Domestic firms do not want to sell steel to domestic customers because they do not get the subsidy for doing so. So domestic companies will sell all the steel they produce abroad in total quantity Q2S. Domestic consumers continue to buy quantity Q1D. The country imports steel in quantity Q1D and exports the quantity Q2S. So net exports of steel are the quantity Q2S minus Q1D. The end result is that the domestic price of steel is unchanged. The quantity of steel produced increases, the quantity of steel consumed is unchanged, and the quantity of steel exported increases. Let me write that down in a different part of the whiteboard. So P steel, domestic, unchanged. Quantity of steel produced increased. Quantity of steel consumed is unchanged. And quantity of steel exported increases. So we can show the change to consumer surplus, producer surplus, government revenue, and total surplus in a table. Without subsidy, Consumer surplus is the sum of area A plus B. I hope you have the graph written down to your note. The value of producer surplus is E plus F plus G. There's zero revenue to the government, and total surplus is just the sum of consumer surplus and producer surplus, which is A plus B plus E plus F and G. Let's say with subsidy. Now consumer surplus is still A plus B. Producer surplus increases by B plus C. Government revenue decreases by B plus C plus D. And total surplus, again, you will sum up consumer surplus and producer surplus. You will see that total surplus decrease by D, area D. So based on what we have seen here. All right, so I must make a amendment. Total surplus is the sum of consumer surplus, producer surplus, and government revenue. So that's why we have zero change here. Increase of B plus C and decrease by B plus C plus D leads to a net decrease by D. Now, because total surplus decreased, we can conclude that this policy subsidy is not a good policy